Hello everyone. I'm Shariful, a PhD student in the Department of Fish and Wildlife Conservation, Virginia Tech. So today I will talk about field safety for marginalized identities in ecology. So the objectives of this talk or presentation is to understand the field safety for the marginalized researchers, protocols to mitigate the risk in the field for the marginalized group. Okay, so what is field research? So the field research is a real world experience. So we study lots of things theoretically in the academic condition or within the academic environment. But to connect these theoretical things, we actually need to go to in real world environment to understand. So what we will get from there, we will get chance to observe the nature, or if we have a specific interest to any species or any location, so we'll get chance to observe them, and also we'll get chance to interact with them, and if we have any interest or purpose, we can collect the data from there. Why it is important for field research in case of ecology? So as I said, it will bridge the gap between theoretical understanding and actually what is going on in real field. And through this exposure, it will foster my curiosity about my research interest or about the nature or the environment. And I'll get chance to critically think about it, the nature. So what I was learning in the uh, during my class or course uh, theoretically, and now I got exposure to the real field environment. So through this exposure, it's automatically gives some thought inside my mind that what is going on, why this is happening, or why not this is happening, why it is like this, why it is not like that. That's it. And through this way, I will get a deep understanding about the nature or my research interest areas. And then what is marginalized group? So to define the marginalized group, you can define it in from different angle, and it could be your identities, like sex could be an identities, or a certain group people with a sex like female or male may have less opportunities or less scope to get to go to the field due to their identities as a female or male. And your color could be one of the identities. Your religion could be one of the identities uh, that make you a marginalized group. Another thing is disabilities, like certain people may have some like physical issues that making them uncomfortable or sometimes uncomfortable for certain works or certain areas. So they could be a marginalized group based on their physical condition. And positionality, so that is like it could be geographical position, could be one of the identities that put someone in a marginalized group, or also your job position, like I'm in an office environment, those who have the higher position, so it could be based on that way. So if you consider the geographical, like people from certain areas, they are marginalized based on their economic conditions or other condition, we consider them they are marginalized group. So what like how we can identify the discrimination for the marginalized group? It may have different forms, and based on the situation or condition, it can vary. Like if you consider the laboratory, you are in a laboratory space or in field or in a conference, you may uh, find that some people are verbally abusing you or exclusion you. That means a group of people talking or discussing some idea, but they are not showing any welcoming attitude to you to join in that conversation, or just they are not inviting you, or they are not giving a scope to you to be involved with this discussion, or sometimes they bring you in the table, but they are treating you differently. So this way it may happen during field work or in the conference. It may happen like you are not physically there, but it may happen. Discrimination may happen with you, like peer review, one of the option. Like you submitted articles, they based on your affiliation or some criteria, they just uh, rejected your articles from the desk. So those who face these kinds of discrimination, they will have different impacts on it, on them due to this exposure or discrimination. Like one of them could be that they will feel uh, not belongingness in this field of ecology. They will feel, oh, maybe I am not suitable for this area of research or in this field. And then it will have their long-term impact on their mind and cause mental health issues to them due to their like bad experience in the previous life. And also what could happen that they definitely they are going to share their experience with their mm, next generation people or their kids and also other people. So whenever the other people will learn these kinds of negative or discrimination things they face, they may feel demotivated to the field of ecology, and also counteract efforts to foster diversity. So whenever they will see someone working on to cultivate the environment or society with diversity, they may they may not help them, even otherwise he or she may negatively try to not work on the diversity equity in the field of ecology. So why marginalized group is important in the field of ecology? So whenever I will have people from different background, different cultures, and all, it will bring diversity in my group or in my research. Through this way, we can have a strong team or a strong research group to bring the better results or better outcome from the research or field works. And it will also add knowledge and expertise, because every people has different kinds of exposure and they have experience. So whenever we will have the diverse groups, we will have the like experiences, also different experiences. So it will make the group more stronger, and through this diverse knowledge and experience, we can bring better quality of science. We will have a better quality of science. Ultimately that will give us a high quality publication. that is important for the field of ecology. So what are the benefits of equitable and inclusive environment in the field of ecology? A research showed that those who follow the equitable and inclusive environment, the students in those environment or institute have higher graduation rate, self-efficacy gain. So those those marginalized group student feel more self-efficient, and they have good or better graduate grade point average, that is called GPA, and they have higher retention rate. So there are lots of examples where marginalized group or people come to the higher education institute, but due to the discrimination or negative impact, they they could not complete their study or research works, so they just left. But if we can have better environment that foster the diversity, equity, and inclusive environment, there is a higher retention rate. Mm, Researchers try to find out some strategies that we can follow to make a field environment safe for the marginalized groups. One of them is cultivation. Cultivation, that means every people or every member of the team, they should personally feel motivated to follow this, to maintain the group diverse, uh, to group diversity, equity, and inclusiveness in their team. So this, they need to feel about it one, and not only that, like this, they need to communicate this one with others. So whenever they will have a group discussion or a meeting, they need to talk about this one and communicate with each other about the importance and how we can make the environment more equitable and inclusive for marginalized groups. And there is important thing is that sometimes, especially for female, those who have the children, uh, it reduces their chance to go to the field because they need special arrangement uh, for their kids, and also they also need some special arrangement, like, because as they are feeding their kids, they need they may need different kinds of foods and nutrition and other facilities. So whenever a team plan to go to a field, they should think about this one and make preparation for this one to make this field safe. And other strategies could be like identifying the risk before going to the field. So whenever a team plan to go to a field in a certain area, so they should discuss about the area, what are the probable risk or challenges they are going to face. They should discuss among them, and then prepare for that risk accordingly. Another issue is medical emergencies. During field work, there are many circumstances come that we cannot control. There are, anything may happen. So that's why we should have better idea or arrangement for the medical emergencies, so that if anyone need any emergency helps, they can take them to the medical. And last point is returning. So when a field team return, they should they should give a feedback to their team lead or office, either their good experience or bad experience with their teammate or local people. So it will give the information, and the team lead or officials will, maybe in the future, they will more prepare about these kinds of positive or negative feedbacks to make the field more safe for the marginalized group. So another important thing in the field is power dynamics. So power dynamic is like within the team, there are certain people or individual who has more power to make the decision or more power on to influence on making the decisions. So these kinds of power dynamic may negatively impact the field team or marginalized group because they may feel that my voice or my opinion does not have any importance. I don't feel like comfortable sharing my thoughts because certain person make decision always based on his thought. They don't care about others. So this may negatively impact to all the team members. So there are some strategies to mitigate these kinds of power dynamics. So to mitigate the power dynamics in the field and make the field more to welcome everyone's voices in the field or opinions, we can do like a group activities. Whenever we plan to go to the field, we can have a group activities within the team members. So this will give us a chance or team member chance to interact each other and they will know each other. By this way, whenever someone will feel comfortable with each other, they will may feel more encouraged to um, talk about their opinion and discuss their opinion and feel more power to talk and have contribution to make the decision for the better outcome in the field. And there could have protocols to address the microaggression that is harmful, like some microaggression in the field. So for the field work, sometimes the researcher can make a strategy. Okay, we should not talk about this one, or we should not talk like this, we should talk this way. There could have these kinds of protocols, so everyone will be respectful for each other whenever they are talking, so someone will not feel abused or like discomfort. And whenever people are talking or discussing in the field for a certain topics, they should give sufficient or enough time to every person so that they can talk and they completely can explain their idea so that people can understand what they were interested to talk. And also try to make develop co-leadership among the team members. So for this, if a group has like 10 people in the field, they can make a small group within by this 10 people, like 3 people in a group, 3 people in a group, or 5 people in a, so a small group, and give them leadership. Like today, one day, this person is going to lead this group, and another day, another person will lead the group. So through this way, they will feel empowered, and they will feel okay. My voice or my thought is important for the team, and they are taking my decision seriously. And also try to contact with local people. So sometimes, as field team member may not familiar with the culture or system in the field site. So if we have a good communication with the local people, then everyone may feel more safe and free, uh, feel free to talk about that or their ideas or thoughts or whatever about their feelings. Um, Another common problem in the fields usually happen as a human. That is, sometimes we forget the pronouns of team members. So there are some suggestion or recommendation that how we can solve these issues. So researcher said whenever you are in a group and talking in different issues and mistakenly you say he in position of she or she, where you should tell he. Researcher said don't say sorry immediately because you made mistake, because when why if you say sorry, maybe some people previously did not notice that you made mistake like he or she, but whenever you say sorry they will notice, maybe there is something. So they said you do not need to say sorry in front of them, but whenever you will get chance, privately talk to that person and tell them that hey, I am trying to um, be more cautious about this one, but I'm sorry that I did mistake. So they will feel okay, no, you are trying to um, be accurate, or you are trying to improve. And they said how we can prevent this kind of mistake. For this, researchers suggested you can practice this one. Yeah, and this kind of practice, it could be loud, like whenever you are in a separate area you can practice by individual person name, that he, x is he, x is his, like this, or she. You can practice this on person privately, so your memory will fix it that okay, this person is not he, I should use she, or this person is not she, I should use he. and and another recommendation is like to make it more achievable. They said like advocate these issues, like how we should respect others feelings and how their identities. So we should advocate at institution level or at department level or societal level. We should advocate this one. Through this way indirectly you are it is going to be set in your mind that we should be more cautious about individual identities. Well, to conclude that topic, like to make the field more safe for the marginalized group, we can group them in three different categories. Like before you go to the field, risk in the field, and when you return. So before, how we can prepare to make the fields more safe before going, we can have training. So whenever we will have training for whatever we are going to do in the field, so the team member will have better understanding and they will also get chance to introduce each other of the team member and interact with each other. And also some field works may need vaccine, so take the vaccine before going to the field, prepare for that one. And also all the logistics or documents you will need for the field work, prepare all of them. So you should have all the preparation that you may need during the field work to reduce the risk. And during field work, or in which area you are working, try to collect the information regarding emergency contact number, local hospital number. So if any emergency happen or health related issue happen, you can communicate with them and go to take the victims to the nearest hospitals. And also prepare for any kind of unwanted circumstances. Keep aware the team, and always try to make a communication with the local people so you'll have better idea about the area. At the end, whenever you are returning, check all the items that you took to the field and bring to the lab or your office. And also check for your target, that whatever your purpose for the field and whatever you were planning to take, check whether you completed all of them. And also report your feedback share your feedback to the team lead or officials. It maybe something that happened with your team members, to share this one. So through your sharing, team member or team lead or officials will get an idea, and they can try to make the fieldwork more better from this year in the next year, to make it more better through based on your recommendation or feedback. So it will help them to make the field improve their field work better and better in the future. With that, thank you all for listening this talk. And if you have any questions, please feel free to communicate with me. Here I am giving my email address. If you have any questions or any other thoughts or idea, please share with me. Thank you.